All right, guys, it is day one out here on Kentucky Lake. It's been fishing tough. I've had a really tough practice. If I can figure out how to catch them after 9:30 in the morning, I will be doing pretty good. But yeah, it's been really tough. Let's see how it goes today. All I can do is hope for a good bag, and what I figured out in practice is gonna work for me today. So we'll see. Y'all stay tuned.
Boat number 81. Got 81. Boat number 82.
Yes, sir. Good way to redeem yourself. Good way to redeem yourself. Who's trying to catch us for tonight? Number two. On the Ned rig. There's a good one. There we go. Yes, sir. Oh. Yes. I think he's 15. He's 17. Yes. Oh. Yes. Please keep. Yes, sir. All right, guys. So I pride myself in being, very professional when I'm on the water and I'm off the water. When you're fishing docks or you're fishing in general, you're going to have encounters with people who are not very happy with you being there. And this was one of those times. In full disclosure, I threw down one of the walkways on the dock, got hung on a rope that was hanging down about 2-3 foot in the water. And I got hung on the rope. And so I went in there to get it because I don't want somebody to pull the rope up, get the hook in their finger, and I just really don't want to leave my bait there. I would consider it littering, but I got hung on the rope, went and got it. This lady came out, expressed her disgust with me being there and with me getting hung on the dock. And then another guy came over, and you'll kind of see what transpired there. But guys, I run a boat with a wrap on it. I've got all my sponsors and my partners on this boat, and I've got my name on it. And quite honestly, I don't really care what those people thought of me. I don't really, they're not gonna help me. They're mad at me. They don't want me being there, so they're not gonna look me up. But what I don't want to have happen is I don't want to lose my cool with these people. I don't want to get into an argument with them and have a kid that's standing over on the dock behind me that I don't even know is there. I don't want to have a kid over there that's been watching me fish and follows me, and then he sees me act in an unprofessional manner towards these people, and that's my goal here. When I'm not the kind of person to have a confrontation on the water. I've had several confrontations on the water before, and they've all been resolved. Sometimes I'm just like, look, man, it's all yours. You can have it, and then I go on about my way. So you'll kind of see what transpired here. I acted in a way that I felt was I represented myself in a professional manner. I represented my sponsors in a professional manner, and you can see what happened here.
That's not funny. I'm just going to tell you right now. Somebody's down there getting boats and boats and boats. I wasn't here.
Yeah, you mind fishing out of here?
Do what?
You mind fishing somewhere else?
I mean, I'm gonna fish the rest of these and then down there, and then I'm gone.
But you're hitting people's property.
I'm not hitting boats, dude.
Where'd you just hit?
I mean, I stuck it on the side
That's
of the
our
dock.
property.
Okay.
It's not your property. If I did that to your boat, you'd be pissed.
Okay, I understand.
No damn well.
Okay, I understand.
Continue doing it.
Bro, I'm.
Nah, you know that's bullshit. If I did that to your boat, you'd be pissed.
Boat number 64. Got to 64. Boat number 65. Got to 65. Boat number 66. Got to 66. Boat number 67. Got to 67. Boat number 68. Got to 68. boat number 69. Got 69. And boat number 70. Got 70.
Yes, sir. Good one. Right. Happening in here today. It's number 3 in like 4 casts. Number 5. Yeah, that one might actually help me. I don't know, he's gonna be close. Sir. So that was a really fun event. I'll be honest, practice and the tournament went totally different than what I thought I was going to be doing. In practice, I was catching a lot of fish out on the main river, on like the little, like the shell bars and the gravel bars that come off of a lot of the points. I was catching a lot of fish on those using the new 6 Sense catwalk, but I could only catch fish from like daylight until like 9:30, and then after that I was basically useless during practice. And the last day of practice, I decided, okay, I'm going to try to figure out something different. I'm going to do something totally different than what I've been doing, and I did stick with the largemouth game, which pretty much which hurt me in the long run, but you know, I had 2 good days, so I really can't complain. But the final day of practice, I launched at this marina, and I saw some shad spawn activity going on around these docks. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, there's got to be some bass around these docks somewhere. Somewhere around these docks there's going to be a school of fish. Whether it be white bass or largemouth, I don't know, but there's going to be a school of them somewhere. So I started fishing those marina docks. Made one pass down one of the stretches. I caught like 4 or 5 of them. 2 of them were keepers. I was like, okay, you know, it's still early in the morning. I'm not going to count this as something good just yet. So I left there about 10:30. I came back, and I had to get something out of my truck. About 10:30, I came back, and I was like, I'm just going to fish down another stretch of those marina docks. And I caught 5 or 6 more of them, 3 of which were keepers. I was like, okay, this might actually be something that I can work with here. Did all that with the 6 Sense Divine Spinnerbait. I was throwing it as far back into those into the slips and the walkways as I could. I was reeling it real close, about probably 1 foot to 2 foot under the surface, just enough to get it to the bottom of those floats. And I found out that if the float had anything hanging off of it, if it was a rope, it was a piece of carpet, a buoy, a minnow bucket even, or anything that was hanging off of there, those fish would sit around it. And those shad would be spawning on whatever it was that was hanging down there, and those fish would sit on that. And I could pretty much call my shot. Okay, there was one slip that had some carpet, and I was like, okay, there's some carpet that's hanging down in the water. The shad are going to spawn on that because their eggs are going to stick to it better. There's got to be a fish there. And sure enough, every time I would roll my spinnerbait by that piece of carpet, I would catch a fish. So that was a lot of fun. Ended up being able to do it during the day. You did see me get into a confrontation with that one guy and that lady on a dock, but you know, it's just part of fishing. You're going to have that. Guys, it was a really fun tournament. Caught a lot of fish, doing a lot of the things I like to do. Again, if I wouldn't have figured that out on the final day of practice, I don't really know how this event would have gone. Congrats to all those guys that figured out how to catch those big smallmouth out there on the main river, especially with the wind and the waves. It was pretty brutal out there, to say the least. So next up, we have the Invitational on Lake Eufaula, and then the Toyota Series on the other Lake Eufaula in Oklahoma. So I'm really looking forward to the Alabama Eufaula, because I think there's going to be a lot of fish that are up shallow, and I think there's going to be a lot of fish moving out deep. So you're going to have kind of the best of both worlds. You're going to have guys doing one thing and having guys doing the other, so it's going to kind of spread us out a little bit. But really excited for that. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel below. You can like the video, and we'll bring you some more. Hopefully, Lake Eufaula will be a good event for us. I'll see you there.